Hello everyone. I hope you all are safe and sound at your home. We are starting this series for practical of IC engine in APSIT college. Okay. So we'll start with a few cut sections and then we move to actual experimental setup and then we'll try to perform few experiments. Okay. So I will try to give you maximum what I can give. Okay. So let's start with the two-stroke engine, and these all cut sections are just to understand how the engine will work. Okay, but in actual case actual engine may not look exactly like this because these cut sections are made maybe 20-30 years back. Okay, so now in recent times if there is a two-stroke engine or let's say four-stroke engine in front of you, you might not be able to identify that as a two-stroke or four-stroke or let's say petrol or diesel engine. Okay, most of this we have covered in our theory lectures also, but this is the video series. You can refer it to any time. Okay, so we'll start with two-stroke petrol engine. Okay, so this is how this cut section looks. Okay, so first we'll identify some basic parts of IC engine. Okay, so here you can see this is the crankshaft, this is the axis of crankshaft. Okay, and there is a connecting rod connected to the crankshaft, and this is the piston. Okay, and to balance the vibrations there is a counterweight which will be attached exactly opposite to the point where connecting rod is attached. Okay, and here the bearing which is used is called uh, no connecting rod bearing. Okay, here there will be bearing because you don't want friction in shaft and body, so there the bearing will be called as main bearing. Okay, and here again there will be a let's say requirement of bearing. Here the bush bearing will be there and it will be called as, there will be a gudgeon pin which will be connecting this connecting rod and piston. Okay, and then there will be a bush bearing. Okay, so when you rotate this crankshaft, piston will go up and down. Okay, this is not how piston looks, this is just a representation. Okay, so now let's see what happens. So consider this as your first starting position, that is piston is at top dead center. Okay, as let's say the combustion has happened here, now piston is coming down. Okay, so up till this point where piston valve is covering this outlet port, so this red one is outlet port. Okay, so as soon as piston comes down and opens this output, let's say this outlet port, so gases will try to come out. Okay, but in addition to that, when this piston is moving down, see, when the piston is moving till this point, at this point this inlet, this is the inlet, you can see this is the inlet of air, or let's say air and fuel mixture for petrol gas. So as soon as piston touches this point, this inlet will be closed, and as this piston is moving downwards, what will happen, it will try to compress the air in this area, in the chamber. Okay, or you can call it as sump. So that air will be compressed, and as soon as piston stop position opens this port, inlet port, what will happen, this compressed gas will come out from this side and it will push the burned gas. This gas will be here blue colored, this will be a air fuel mixture, and from this side what will happen, this combusted products, those will be thrown out or pushed out. Okay, again when this exhaust stroke is complete, again when piston will try to move upwards, as soon as piston covers this port, now there is no escape for air which is trapped here, so again the compression will start, and when piston moves to this top dead center, just before that the spark will be provided and combustion will happen and cycle will continue. Okay, so let's identify main parts: crankshaft, connecting rod, piston, spark plug. This is your head. Okay, not your head, engine's head. Okay, so this is the block, this is the crankcase, and every IC engine will have a flywheel which is at the back. The size of flywheel will change according to the application of engine. For let's say bike's engine or the engine where you need sudden acceleration, this flywheel will have minimum weight, just enough to overcome, just enough to store the energy to overcome this compression stroke. Okay, so generally two stroke compression ratio is low, so for two stroke this flywheel size or weight of the flywheel will be lower. Okay, and four stroke it will be slightly higher, and in diesel engines it will be much higher. Okay, but if that same engine is used for, let's say, constant rpm applications such as power generation, what will happen, you don't need any fluctuation in rpm, so that's why that flywheel will be heavier. Okay, we'll see this engine in actual case also. So this is it about two stroke petrol engine. So let's identify the names: crankcase, crankshaft, connecting rod, piston, cylinder, inlet channel, outlet channel, okay, overflow channel, spark plug, carburetor, throttle. So here the carburetor is not shown. Okay, that we'll see in a separate video. Okay, thank you.